Breaking bombshell. Trump is going to fire him. This is huge. On Friday, liberal California Congresswoman Jackie Speier, the Obama administration lapdog from my own home district, sat down at the KQED Newsroom to whine and moan about the Republicans' so-called effort to shut down Capitol Hill's investigation into the fake Trump-Russian collusion narrative. All kidding aside, someday I will understand why the ignorant extreme far-left liberals in my home district keep electing this hack politician into Congress with a margin of almost 80%. She hasn't done a damn thing to help anyone here or anywhere else in the nation. In fact, her only claim to fame was that she was shot on her rear end during the Jonestown massacre where Congressman Leo J was killed back in 1978. Via Gateway Pundit. When asked why there are no witnesses scheduled for the probe in January, Speier replied, "Well, we can read between the lines. I think there is a rush to try and shut this committee investigation down." This week was a great example, 3 interviews simultaneously, one of the off the hill with someone who comes to Washington frequently but wanted to do it now, and so we were actually off the hill doing the interview, had to race back to vote. This is a circus at this point, added Speier. Speier then went on to claim President Trump wants all Russia investigations to be shut down. The California lawmaker then told a KQED Newsroom that, "The rumor on the Hill when I left yesterday was that the president was going to make a significant speech at the end of next week. And on December 22nd, when we are out of D.C., he was going to fire Robert Mueller. President Trump should fire Mueller and the whole team." The investigative team was originally set up to get to the bottom of the accusations started by the Clinton machine of Russia collusion in order to excuse the fact that she lost in an electoral landslide. But after it became apparent that nothing was coming of it, they started to go after President Trump and his family's finances. When that amounted to nothing, they charged Michael Flynn with lying to the FBI. I guess the FBI doesn't like it when citizens do the same to them than they do to the whole nation. Via Heavy. At least 9 of the lawyers on Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller's Russia investigation team of 16 attorneys donated to Democrats, with most giving money to either the campaigns of Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton, a review of Federal Election Commission records shows. 7 other lawyers on the team do not have previous federal campaign donations, a review of FEC records shows, and Mueller himself has served in the administrations of both the Republican and Democratic presidents, and was a registered Republican in the past. None of the 16 lawyers on his team is listed as donating money to President Donald Trump's campaign nor to the presidential campaigns of any past Republicans, although one donated to 2 Republicans in non-presidential races in addition to giving more money to Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and a string of Democrats. Whether the donations matter is a question that tends to divide along partisan lines. Conservative sides say it's important. Liberal sites like Think Progress argue that Trump himself previously donated to Democrats and say it's irrelevant. However, the campaign donations are likely to receive more attention now that Mueller, according to CNN, is poised to announce the first criminal charges in the Russian probe. The New York Times is reporting that Mueller has indicted Manafort and his former business associate, Rick Gates. Of the 9 who donated to political candidates, all gave to Democrats, with 1 giving mostly to Democrats and also to 2 Republicans, 5 gave to Hillary Clinton and 7 gave to Barack Obama. Putting it another way, of the 9 with donations, 8 of those gave money to either Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama, and the 9th give money to Senate Democratic candidates. The Los Angeles Times reported that at least 7 of the 15 lawyers have previously given money to Democrats. However, other lawyers have been added to the team since that time. The lawyers on Mueller's team include mostly attorneys with backgrounds in the Justice Department, Solicitor General's office, and East Coast U.S. Attorney's offices. In addition, one of the team members is married to a U.S. district judge who is an Obama appointee, and another served as a clerk for liberal Supreme Court Justices Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Elena Kagan. In June, CNN reported that 3 members of the legal team known to have been hired so far by special counsel Robert Mueller to handle the Russia investigation have given political donations almost exclusively to Democrats, naming Jeannie Rhee, James Quarles, and Andrew Weissman. That was before most of the lawyers on the team were identified, however. The list of Mueller team members with previous Democratic campaign donations has risen to 9. A review of FEC records and news reports shows that these are the 7 identified Mueller lawyers with no campaign donations to their names. Michael Dreeben, although some media outlets initially falsely reported a donation as his that was made by a person with the same name, Aaron Zebley, Lisa Page, Adam Jed, Aaron Zelinsky, Scott Meisler, and Zaina Ahmad. A 17th member, Peter Strzok, who had no campaign donations, is no longer with the probe. In addition, Justice Department spokesman Peter Carr joined the team as its spokesman. He previously served as spokesman for Republican Senator Orrin Hatch. This whole thing has been a sham since day one, and it's time to put a stop to it. The only Russia collusion there was the pain of the fake Trump dossier by the DNC and the crooked Hillary campaign. Michael Flynn did contact the Russians, but it was after candidate Trump had been elected. And it's 100% normal for a president-elect to start reaching out to foreign leaders once he is about to be sworn in as president. Breaking bombshell. Trump is going to fire him. This is huge. On Friday, liberal